Hey, how's it going? It's Ollie here. What have you been up to today? I've been looking at ridiculously outrageous LinkedIn posts and sometimes laughing, sometimes cringing, sometimes just getting a little bit bewildered. Want to join me? All right, so this is a post from Austin, and he says, I make $340,000 per year in San Francisco as a software engineer, and it's utterly unlivable. Yeah, mate, it sounds like you've got it real hard, man. I really feel for you, bro. Let's break it down. Yeah, let's do it, shall we? After taxes, my take home is approximately 220k or 18 grand a month. Again, you're really struggling, man. I feel for you. Rent is 9,500 a month. I mean, maybe that could be part of the reason why you are struggling with cash, because you're spending $9,500 a month on rent. Damn, maybe move into a one-bed place, right? Cybertruck lease, $1,368 per month. Yeah, because apparently you can't live in San Francisco without leasing a Cybertruck, right? It's just impossible to just buy a slightly less expensive car. Maybe buy something secondhand rather than leasing. Pack and fold laundry service, $200. I'll be honest, this I can get behind. I don't like doing laundry. I outsource it. I can get by. That's $200. I think that's money well spent, quite frankly. DoorDash salads, $1,680 a month. Isn't it cheaper just to order a bunch of salad stuff from a supermarket and keep it in the fridge? Like if it was burgers or something hot, then yeah, maybe I'd get it. But $1,600 a month on salad? Dinner and drinks for Hinge dates, $2,380 a month, excluding 2 Michelin star places. That's a lot of money to spend on people you're probably never going to see again. And like, have you been spending $2,000 a month for like an entire year? Has none of those dates led to like a relationship? I think there's a deeper problem here somehow. Skiing, $2,650 average per month. New shirt, $20. But maybe if you spent more on the clothes and looking good, the money you spend on the Hinge dates might decrease, right? If you turn up with a shirt with holes in, maybe that's why you're not getting a second date. Entertainment fund budget, $1,800 a month. Total $19,400. Despite working my butt off for 30 hours a week remotely and making $340,000 a year, I'm somehow in the position where I'm losing $1,000 per month. What's wrong with this city? Well, look, I'm sure it's expensive there, man, but I'm pretty sure the problem is your spending habits. Right now, I'm nobody to judge. I sometimes have crazy spending habits, but this is a little extreme. What's more extreme is actually complaining about it publicly. Who is this post for? Like, is he just flexing? Kind of feels like it. Alexander, I'm traveling for work, and instead of eating a fancy dinner out, I've decided to cook a cheaper meal in the hotel room. Even though the hotel room didn't have a kitchen, I managed to use the coffee machine to cook chicken with butter and garlic. Although my company allows me to expense dinner while traveling, I wanted to save money because I know that every dollar counts on the P&L. Well, you know what? Forget the P&L, man. This is just a sad life. Frankie, are you trying to get attention? Come here. My goodness. Someone desperately wants to be in the video. Say hello. He doesn't have a LinkedIn profile yet, but he does have an Instagram. All right. Anyway, man, this just looks like you're going to get food poisoning rather than a promotion. But you know what, Alexander? You do you. Elias. Elias. I never know how to pronounce that name. Hi, beautiful. Oh, come on, man. I recently put in an application with your company for a clinical RSAS programmer role. Would you be able to connect me with the hiring team so we can schedule an interview? So first of all, applying for a job by saying, hi, beautiful, not really going to go down well. And then he didn't get a reply, and he says, wow, thanks for ignoring me, you whore. I mean, man, If you go to your friends and say that, nobody's hiring right now or the market's dried up, then I don't even know where to start. David, CEOs are some of the lowest paid people on earth. Okay, David, mate, are you listening to yourself? When income is calculated as a percentage of value created, for example, a minimum wage worker costs a company $35,000 a year and may only add 50 to 75k in value, or a 50% ratio. Jamie Dimon, for example, okay, so he's tagged him, which makes me feel he's just trying to butt lick him, basically. Cost Chase 46 million in 23 and added 98 billion in value, or a 0.046% ratio. I get what he's saying, right? CEOs, yes, they get high pay because they add a lot of value, but number one, read the room, man. Nobody feels bad for CEOs. If you're earning 46 million a year, we don't need your LinkedIn sympathy posts, right? They don't need it. The CEO, yeah, they've got a lot of pressure and responsibility, but the minimum wage workers barely able to pay their rent, who are actually doing all of the key tasks to make the business run day to day. Dean says, this might be the worst take I've ever seen in my entire life. You know what, Dean? I'm kind of with you, man. Come on, Dave, you're better than this. I feel sorry for anyone that only started back at work today. 19% of January's already gone. 1.64% of the whole of 2025 is already gone. Time you'll never get back. Meanwhile, we started back at work on Thursday. Winners win. Think about it. There's so much wrong with this. Where do we even start? Number one, feeling sorry for people who spend time with their family, enjoy a nice break, maybe go on holiday, take nice walks in a forest and stuff, is just weird, right? Number two, who is this post for? Who's going to read this and be like, yeah, good job, man, starting work sooner than everybody else and having no life? Well done, man, great. Is it for employers? Is it for to show off, to try and get an audience? Isn't the point of living life to enjoy your life? And it's good to enjoy work, don't get me wrong, but bragging about it and throwing rocks on people who are just having a break, to me just feels a little bit strange, honestly. Women, be bold. My 8-year-old daughter is tenacious, courageous, intelligent, and frankly, a pain in the butt. She's a perfect example for women everywhere. Okay. The other day she wanted Twizzlers for breakfast. You want to be a good example of a woman? And make sure you request Twizzlers for breakfast every day. Trying to be a responsible parent, I told her it was too early to eat Twizzlers. I gave her a range of offerings: yogurt, fruit, toast, bacon. All of the options were vehemently rejected. Instead, she waited 3 hours without eating anything, and at 11 a.m. she marched into my office and declared that it was now late enough in the day to have Twizzlers. I was annoyed, but simultaneously proud. Victorious, she ate an entire bag of wonderful red licorice as her reward. Wow. That's an interesting behaviour to want to reinforce as a parent. On Friday, I almost fired one of my employees. Why? Because he managed to get me a MacBook Pro with only a terabyte of storage. Yes, that's right, a terabyte. Does anyone else remember when you could get a computer with literally 32 megs of storage? What's he storing? My old MacBook had 2 terabytes. How does anyone get the idea that I can work with a device that only has half the memory? I asked him, do you have any idea how much my projects, videos and files weigh? He looked at me with eyes wide and said, 1 terabyte's easily enough, isn't it? No, it doesn't. If you're at my level, easy is never enough. Do you know what I did with the new MacBook? It's now in the garbage. Yes, in the garbage. Okay, so someone got you a MacBook. It wasn't big enough and you binned it. Seemed like a great boss. And you're proud of it. There's no irony here. Is proud. The biggest flexes on the planet. A fit body. Clear B. Since when was having clear pee a flex? Like, I thought if your pee was clear all the time, your kidneys are working too much. I thought that was the deal. Like, and man, I just don't even know where to start. A lady is serving coffee to a gentleman in the morning in 1950. What happened, everyone? I don't exactly get that treatment. How thoughtful and kind. She appeared to be enamoured with his status as her boss. Was it an illusion then? I can assure you that it would be an illusion today. This kind of reeks of sexism and like really outdated values, and the fact that you've left the eye stock on the picture means you just nicked it from Google. And again, I don't know who this post is for and what you're trying to achieve with it. maybe that is the culture you're going for, about feeling like you're in the 1950s. Who knows? This is from Dax. The only career advice I have is make every decision that moves you closer to not having to be on LinkedIn. You know what, Dax? I really respect it. You know, I try and spend as little time on that platform as possible. I think I do have a LinkedIn. I like optimized it like years ago, but yeah, I don't go on there, man. To find these posts, I went on Reddit, because when I go on LinkedIn, I get this strange sensation when my heart sinks and I start to feel really depressed because of all the virtue signaling. At the end of the day, having to do all this stuff to become an absolute slave to the corporate machine never appealed to me. Like, having my own business is so much more rewarding, and it means you don't have to become an absolute epitome of cringe like some of these guys. If you do want to build a business, get some help. I put a link in the description where you can book in a call with me, and we'll create a plan, map out your year to build your business, and we can talk about how you can get some help with it. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you found it funny. Leave us a comment, like, subscribe if you want to see more content, and we'll catch up very soon.